And welcome back now to AHSAA TV Weekly. We are thrilled to be joined now by Spanish Fort head volleyball coach Gretchen Boykin. Coach Boykin just reached a milestone in her coaching career, over 1,000 match wins last week. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, first of all, tell us about this incredible milestone and how it feels to you personally as a coach.
Oh, it feels really good personally. I've been coaching volleyball for a long time. I've had a lot of great teams and a lot of great players along the way. They're the ones that make it fun. I tell everybody that when I'm doing volleyball, it doesn't feel like work to me. So it's just been an enjoyable ride, and I'm just happy to have gotten to that point in my career.
Well, speaking of your career and the ride that it's been, it hasn't been necessarily a typical coaching career or a typical career. You started off as a registered dietitian. So tell me a little bit about your career path and maybe how being a dietitian played into it.
Well, my dad always thought that I needed to be a coach, but I was very interested in the medical field, but I did not like the blood and all that stuff. So my sister was a nurse, and she kind of guided me toward dietetics, and she thought it would be something I was interested in. And I really did like it. I enjoyed it. I got my degree in dietetics. I went out to Colorado and did my internship, and then I came home and I started working at Providence Hospital, which I did for 9 years. During that 9-year stint as a dietitian, I still coached club volleyball, and then the Spring Hill College ended up re-implementing volleyball at Spring Hill. So I interviewed for that job, and I did get that job. So I was a full-time registered dietitian, and I started the volleyball program at Spring Hill College, and I did that for 4 years, which was a lot, kind of doing 2 full-time jobs. So once the job opportunity became available at McGill, I went and interviewed, and I got offered that, and I decided that volleyball was really where my heart was. So I stopped being a dietitian and went into coaching full time.
Well, obviously you've reached an incredible milestone, 1,000 match wins in your career, something that most coaches never get to. The question is, what is the secret to your success? But I also want to ask, do you think it has to do with your diet?
No, I'm not a stickler with my players. I feel like I do encourage them to eat healthy, but I'm not a stickler on them because they're kids as well, and I think as long as they understand balance, that's key. But this secret to the success is, a lot of it's the kids, and having the kids that'll come in and they put in the work, and they're willing to do what it takes to be able to be great. I mean, I obviously spend a lot of hours on my end trying to make sure that my team's prepared and all that, but really the kids do so much of it. I guide them and I do everything that I can, but they're the ones out there on the court putting the balls away and getting the wins. So I give a lot of credit to them.
Well, I understand that McGill-Tulane is a very special place to you as a player and as a coach. So tell me a little bit about maybe your history there, and then tell me about the Dirty Dozen legacy.
Well, I mean, I played at McGill in high school. So, had my 4 years playing under Becky Dickinson at McGill, which everybody knows she was a legendary coach. And so it was a great experience there. Then coaching at McGill, like I said, that was an honor just to go back to my alma mater and do that. So the Dirty Dozen does have a great legacy. Every year they've got a great team year in and year out. But I've been very fortunate to find me a new home here at Spanish Fort, and I love it here. And I love so many things that my team and my program has implemented here that I think makes us special and kind of sets us apart from other people in the state.
Well, tell me a little bit more about the team there that's helped you accomplish this milestone. What's special about this team there at Spanish Fort?
Well, all of my teams at Spanish Fort have been special. And like I said, one thing that I think makes our team special, we kind of have this whole thing, which I actually have the sweatshirt on, that says more than me. Our team, our program, year in and year out, we play for things and people bigger than ourselves. Several years ago, we had a manager that passed away from childhood cancer. And I think that was a big changer for our program. We now have a special needs student that's our manager, and we have some other special needs kids that come to our matches every single home game that we have, and we just really pour into them, and we try to make sure that we're letting them have fun. So I think that takes some of the pressure off of the kids on the court, because they know they're just trying to give those people a good experience. So it's just a really neat environment that we've created.
Well, I love that idea of playing for something beyond yourself and bigger than yourself. Tell us what's coming up for the Toros over the next couple of weeks.
Well, today we have a home match against Robertsdale, and then ironically we go to McGill on Thursday. They're having an alumni night that night, so I'll see a lot of people I know there. So we'll be competing, and then we're going to Birmingham this weekend for the Strong Volleyball Tournament, which is a tournament that's played for one of the girls. She was a player at the University of Alabama, and then she coached at Spain Park, and she passed away from ovarian cancer. And so they have a tournament named after her, and it's a great tournament. Birmingham we're going to. Then we actually are busy during the week, the next week, with several matches during the week, but then we actually get our first weekend off since the season started that next weekend. So I know this last week is kind of a hard one to push through when they've been doing so much volleyball. So we're just going to push through and try to finish strong until we get that weekend break coming up.
Well, Coach, we want to congratulate you again. I think it's worth mentioning, not only have you reached 1,000 victories, you've only had 180 losses in your career, which puts your winning percentage at 84.8%. I mean, what an incredible accomplishment. Congratulations to you, Coach. Congrats to your team, and we wish you all the best going forward the rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be right back after this on AHSAA TV Weekly.